people? Big up to everyone. Back again. Brazil 4, South Korea 1. What a first half. As you can see in here, too much samba. What a performance. That 45 minutes is scary for anyone out there. I'm sure everyone out there is worried. And big up to everyone in the chat. I'm going to go through everyone in the chat. Like I always say, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, and I really appreciate the support. And also don't forget to smash the like on this video. Trigger says, do Brazil. Yes, my brother, big up to you. And he says, light war for Brazil. It's just too much samba. Honestly, this Brazil is just too much samba. I did say that after the Japan-Croatia game. I look ahead of this game and I said, I don't think we're going to see any surprise. And Neymar is back. Brazil I know Neymar didn't really had an amazing game, but just Neymar being on a pitch, it makes a difference, right? And I said Brazil with Neymar is good, but without Neymar, I say Brazil. Brazil without Neymar, Brazil is good, but Brazil with Neymar is very, very, very good. And let me say it in here, my man, Lemmy from Hamburg. Once again, big up to you, my man. Good to see you. I mean, what a performance from Brazil. That first 45 minutes was just unbelievable. Great performance of a team that not only myself, I did predict Brazil to win the World Cup before the World Cup started, and I said they're the biggest favourites, and I do believe they will go all the way to the semi. Next round, they will face Croatia in the quarterfinal, and I think they will beat Croatia. But like I always said, you never know. Football anything can happen. But I do strongly believe that Brazil is going to win this World Cup. I haven't changed my mind. I know there's France out there. I predict Brazil, France in the final. Who knows? Like I always said, anything can happen. But I just can't see anyone at the minute. Like Neymar was back today. You saw the difference. That 45 minutes. Look, South Korea, fair play to them, and they should be proud of themselves. Going out from the group H, the group that was with Portugal and Uruguay, was a big achievement for them. And today they actually had some quite good chances. You know, Alisson had an amazing performance. I thought he absolutely had a very, very good game. Let me go through in the chat. True gonna say his thumbnail is class, bro. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Always, I try to put a lot of hard work. And Gabby, big up to you, my brother, once again. He said, what a game. And Lemmy from Hamburg says, disappointed with South Korea, but Brazil is too good. Absolutely, my friend. They had, like I said, I had a few chances, and we've mentioned about Alisson. For me, Alisson is much better goalkeeper than Anderson. Clearly, we saw again today what a goalkeeper he is, and made amazing saves, important save, because you know I know the game was already 2-0 or 3-0. I can't remember because that first half was just too many goals from Brazil, too much samba, like I said. But Alisson made some actually very, very good saves, even in the second half. That last one, just before he came off, the South Korea player was offside, but still, that will go down to his books as an amazing save. And yeah, great game from Alisson. Overall, Brazil, of course, they slowed down. Like I said yesterday, England. Second half, England clearly slowed down. Today, we knew after that first half 4-0, I knew, and I actually started preparing the video because I knew that second half Brazil was going to slow down. Then they made some changes. We saw Dani Alves, basically 14 years old, coming on, and he nearly scored a golazo. But credit to South Korea, who scored a golazo. But I will go through the game, some of the key moments as well, and like a player that Richarlison scored again today, had a good game. And I actually tweet this at halftime. I said, was it halftime or the beginning of second half? I said, Richarlison, when he plays for Brazil, he's a Brazilian. When Richarlison plays for Tottenham, he's like an English or he's like a Walesman. He's not Brazilian for sure. And you clearly can see, okay, helps to have all that quality around him. Yeah, makes his life easy as a striker to have all that quality like Vinicius, um, Richarlison, Rafinha, Paqueta, all behind him, all around him. It helps, but you saw the times like his goal, what a finish that was. The way he gets the ball, the way he runs with the ball. Come on, this guy clearly is a Brazilian when he plays for Brazil, but when he plays for Tottenham, he is not Brazilian. And he had a good game again today. And I thought, like that, like I said, we knew that Brazil after 4-0 up, it's only the run of 16. They still, their hedge was already straight away. I think after that third goal, I wouldn't even say after the fourth goal, I would say after that third goal, I knew that Brazil had was already in a quarterfinal, thinking of Croatia already. And of course, I want to know everyone's thoughts. I want to know, what do you think? Can Croatia upset Brazil? Unfortunately, I can't see. It can happen, yes. Look, anything can happen in a football game. But can we see Croatia? I mean, they're not a bad team. I think Croatia has a good team, and overall they're well organized. They may make tough for Brazil, but they need to go with the mentality that Brazil is a different level. And I thought South Korea made a big, big mistake today. South Korea basically was trying to play face to face to Brazil. There was open too many gaps, too many spaces. And of course, Brazil with that quality, Brazil's going to damage them. You cannot go against Brazil and try to think you can actually threaten them. You can go face to face. They will damage you. They damaged South Korea because South Korea was open too many gaps today. And yeah, Brazil completely damaged them. If Croatia goes with the same attitude that South Korea went to the game today, Croatia will get a hammer as well. Let me Frenberg says, I can only France or England beating Brazil. France maybe, England, I can't see. Unfortunately, I can't see. France will beat England. I'm telling you, my man. France will beat England. I cannot see England. Honestly, this is going to be, I've said this yesterday, right? This is going to be England biggest test and also France biggest test as well. And most likely, this probably will be Brazil as well, biggest test against Croatia, but still no. If Brazil would face like an Argentina, like you mentioned in here as well, France, yeah. But Croatia, I can't see. Honestly, I cannot see. It might be a tough game. It might be one of them games like Brazil against Switzerland. Sorry, but remember that Neymar did not play that game, and we clearly saw Brazil miss Neymar. It might be, Croatia might be one of them games like Brazil against Switzerland. It was tough for Brazil, but Brazil still had the game under control and with the better chances. So that's the only way I can see. Croatia has to go well organized, make sure they're not giving Brazil spaces, because if you try, like South Korea did today, giving space to Neymar, Vinicius Jr., Richarlison, Rafinha, Paqueta, these guys will damage anyone that will give them space. Is They're already good if you not give them spaces. But then if you give them spaces like South Korea did today, of course they're gonna damage you. And like Croatia has to make sure that you read everyone properly. Croatia manager needs to make sure that the players going there with the mentality of, if you lose your concentration, that's it. They will hammer you. That's a reality. If you give this Brazil space, that's it. They will damage you. If you don't give them space, they're already going to create so much dangers. But then, if you give them space, like South Korea did today, that's it. You're dead. It's the end. Simple as that. It's Brazil has too much quality going forwards, and I've said this many times, and I keep saying this over and over and over. And sometimes I get tired to repeat the same thing, but I've said this over and over and over. But overall, yes, it wasn't a bad game. It was a good game. Of course, as a football fan, you would love to enjoy watching this Brazil play, some quality goals, even South Korea. They did have their chances at time. I thought they deserve another goal at least. And if you look at Brazil, the chances Brazil had, yes, they probably deserve another goal too. But then, of course, Brazil slowed down the second half, and that's what you expect. Like I've mentioned, Croatia was already on Brazil's mind after the 3-0. So big up to everyone that is watching. I've got 4 people watching me right now. Really appreciate the support. As always, can't thank you enough. And yeah, it's been a good day. Definitely a good day of football. We got another 2 games tomorrow. We got Morocco, Spain. That's the early game tomorrow. That should be interesting. Morocco, they did really well in their group without getting beat as well. They beat Belgium, they drew Croatia, and they beat Canada. They finished top of the group. And then we go tomorrow night, we've got Portugal, Switzerland. So if we're actually looking the round of 16, I actually predict the round of 16. No, we wouldn't have any surprise, right? We haven't had any surprise so far because all the favorites has gone through so far. So we're just waiting tomorrow for Spain and Portugal. Can we see an upset tomorrow? Yes, we can, because football, anything can happen. Football is a funny game, that's for sure. But I don't know. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. If Morocco's go with the same attitude as a team overall, working as a team, play as a team, like they've been doing, like they did in the group, yes, they may create damage to Spain. Because Spain, of course, Spain will have the ball, and it's typical from Spain. They will have the most of the possession and probably most shots, most chances. But then Morocco can create dangers. They can damage Spain in a counter attack because they got quality players that can score goals and also can create dangers to Spain. Spain defense is not that good. Spain goalkeeper is very, very poor. So let's see if Morocco will have enough power tomorrow to try and test, Siemens, the goalkeeper from Spain. And then Portugal, Switzerland. Switzerland is always a funny team. Switzerland will always compare and will always make hard to everyone. They've shown already in this World Cup by making hard against Brazil. Like I said, Brazil did not have Neymar. Big difference. Like, Brazil, there's 2 levels, right? There's the high level in here. There's another level in here. Brazil without Neymar, Brazil is in here. Brazil with Neymar, just in here, above anyone else. That's how I see. And but yeah, overall, yeah, good game. I'm gonna share my screen in a minute. I'm surprised that Brazil, the biggest football country in the world, there's not many Brazilian fans watching this, but never mind. And I was supposed to have a few special guests with me, but as usually, I'm always on my own. Everyone that supports me. Lemmy from Hamburg says, I like the Brazilian football and they all can be happy, but I don't like the dancing like they won the World Cup, and have some respect for the other team. You can dance when you won the World Cup. Yeah, fair enough. There's a lot of people out there that don't like seeing, when the Brazilians score, their celebration with their dancing and whatever they do. But it's typical, you've been watching football for so many years, longer than me, and you know that Brazilians is Brazilians, typical from them. They always like to do that. And like you said, Brazilians, it's the smile. Brazil is like, when you talk about football, you talk about Brazil. It's like with that smile in their faces. Yeah, they're unbelievable. They're really, really good. They always raise, the best players in the world. And that's why Brazil is 5 times world champion, the nation that won the most, World Cups. And Brazil will always be Brazil. Brazil will always be there. If you actually look at this Brazil, I said this before the World Cup, right? If you look at this Brazil team, and if you look the Brazil in 2018, poor. If you look to Brazil in 2014, that German beat them 7-1. That was the most embarrassing you know game in Brazil history. That will always go down the most embarrassing game and the biggest defeat in their life, unless they get defeated again by like 8 goals or 9. But the team wasn't. It wasn't. I know I follow Brazil football. I watch Brazil football, and I watch South America all the time. I watch Brazil in the qualifiers, and yeah, that team wasn't that Brazil. That 2014, nah, that 2010 as well. 2006, there was a lot quality, but there was a lot old players that their prime would have gone. But then you look back in 2002, yes, absolutely crazy. That 2002 team was unbelievable. Even the 98 was amazing. 94, absolutely crazy. And true gonna say, Brazil 2018 lost to the most overrated nation of all time, Belgium. Very true, my man. By the way, are you not supposed to do a stream? What are you doing in here in my live chat? I appreciate that. Come along. I dropped the link. Come along, my man. Come along. Um, real talk. He says real talk. And no, but it's true, my man. He's like when you actually look as well on the, Brazil in 2018, like yeah, it was too much drama. The same with Argentina, and in that Brazil, that World Cup in Brazil, it wasn't. Like, says everything that what did he said? Brother, I had to do my podcast instead. Ah, right, yeah, you did say come along. I dropped the link on a WhatsApp group. Just come along for a little bit if you can. You're right, you don't have to. But if you in here on a live stream, you can come along. Just come for a little bit. I probably will not be too long on this stream, but let's see. As long as my man let me from hamburgers in here, I'll stay anyway. And yes, like looking back, yeah, from and we knew, and I said this before the World Cup, right? Since Brazil haven't had this quality since that 2002, clearly, and you see it now. The results is in there. They qualify. They didn't lost one game. They absolutely smash. They fly in that qualify in their friendlies as well. I think Brazil haven't lost for a long, long time. They seem to only lose against Argentina. This is what sometimes I said, and a lot of people always said, of course, if there's a team that can stop Brazil, might be Argentina, because Argentina always is. When Brazil faces Argentina, it never seems to be. We never call a football game, right? It seems to be more a fight than a football game, and we know that hate each other is the biggest. It's the biggest game in the world. It's the biggest rival in the world as well. And when it comes to them two, like forget about playing beautiful football, because if Richarlison, Neymar, or Vinicius Junior, or Rafinha, whoever, Paqueta, everyone, all the Brazilian skill players, if they will try and do all these skills they've been doing against South Korea and like Switzerland, Cameroons, and the previous game, you know that Romero, Tomendo, Lisandro Martinez, Paredes, the Argentinians will break their legs, and then know that they can't really go up there and trying to show off with their Brazil samba, Brazil skills, because when it comes to Brazil Argentina is just a different gravy. Like I said, it's not a football game. It's everything apart from being a football game. Is the passion, is fight, is the hate and losing against each other, and we might see, and I truly believe we're gonna see Brazil Argentina in the semi-final. And I actually predict this before the World Cup. I predict Brazil Argentina in a semi. On the other side, I think I predict France against Portugal, and then the final was Brazil and France. That's how I predict. Like I said, I've got 2 streams that I did before the World Cup, and my predictions actually have gone really good compared to the surprises we've seen out there. My predictions actually haven't gone that bad, and I do believe that I got a feeling my predictions at the end of the World Cup will be very, very, very good. So big up to you, Divong Dongs. He said, "How long you live for, May? Some things come up. I'm not ready to speak a lot. Sorry." That's fine, my brother. No worries. you're more than welcome. As long as if I'm in here, if you want to come along, you're more than welcome, my man. If you can, of course. Remember, life is more important, right? I do this on my spare time. It seems like I got a lot of spare time, by the way, but is what it is. And yeah, like I said, if this is a team out there that can stop Brazil clearly, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna share my screen in a minute, right? And I'm still gonna review a little bit of the game. And he says, "I will join soon, hopefully, bro. Love, yeah, no worries, man. I'm just gonna share the screen as well to everyone. We're just gonna look through the stats as well on this game, and then we're going to move into the quarterfinal as well, and all the rest the games for tomorrow. Let me just quickly share the screen, my people. Yeah, and I'm actually going to see when it was the last time that Brazil was lost a game, and I'm pretty sure it was against Argentina in a Copa America final. I think that was the last time they actually lost a game. I think, if I'm not wrong, right? If I'm not wrong, I think that was the last time they actually lost a game, right? Let me see. As you can see through the stats in here, I always say this, right? Stats means nothing for me, but clearly, look how many shots Brazil had. This pretty much, our first half was just absolute amazing. But look, South Korea still did well. They had 8 shots, 6 of them on target. Like I said, Allison had a very good game, proven once again he is better goalkeeper than Henderson. I don't think there is any debate out there that, Alisson for me is, I'm not going to say miles ahead, but Alisson is a few steps about Henderson. Definitely for me is, even the possession there wasn't a lot, but like I said, this is overall, right? Even passes as well. Look how many South Korea had. The thing is, yeah, with South Korea, like I've mentioned already in the beginning of this live stream, I said that the biggest mistake South Arabia did, like a lot nations will do, is trying to go and play face to face, 50-50 with Brazil. You cannot go, and even our teams like Argentina, France, and even the top nations cannot go in there and try and face, play 50-50 against this Brazil. Not with this quality they go up front. And Lemmy Frommenberg says, Alisson is the best one keeper in the world. Be behind what Neuer Manuel Neuer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Manuel Neuer is a quality, is a legend goalkeeper. And yeah, Alisson is a great goalkeeper. I always write him. And yeah, I know you mean that, my man. I know you mean 1-to-1. And you say Alisson is the best 1-to-1 keeper in the world, you know him and Manuel Neuer. I think Manuel Neuer is probably, I would probably say, I mean, it's hard because, like I said, I've been watching for football for so many years, and I've seen overall so many great goalkeepers. Yeah, but complete goalkeeper, I haven't seen many like Manuel Neuer. He's good with his feet. 1-to-1, like you just mentioned in here. Shot stop as well. I mean, he's fit as well. He can play. I mean, no, Manuel Neuer probably will go down. Probably the best goalkeeper I've ever seen. But then I saw Schmeichel, I saw Oliver Kahn. I was a massive fan when I was a kid. I used to love Oliver Kahn, right? I thought he was a beast. His scary face, and I always want to be a goalkeeper because of him when I was young and what to keep it. But overall, the most complete goalkeeper I've seen, probably I will say Manuel Neuer. It's hard. I've seen great goalkeepers out there, yeah, before Iker Casillas, too many class goalkeepers. But complete goalkeeper, good with his feet, 1-on-1, like jumping and everything, reading the strikeage. And also another good thing is with Alisson, it's very important, like you mentioned here, 1-to-1, right? Because I've seen a lot of goalkeepers out there that they are no good. The way they read the strikeage, yeah, the way they read the game, they're not good. but Alisson reads the game really well. He can read the strikers. He's quick. He reacts quick as well, coming out like Manuel Neuer behind goalies. What a keeper! But yeah, as you can see in here, South Korea did add a few chances. Fair play to them. I think they should feel proud. Like I said, going out through that group stage. That come on, Portugal and Uruguay, no one expect them to get through, and they did it, and they did it. They did well, and also they lost against Ghana as well, and they managed to come back, qualify. And I'm pretty sure all the Korean people, South Korea people, they're all proud of their nation. They did really well today. The game could have been different if they had a different mentality, because South Korea mentality today was clearly to go up there and try to threat Brazil, basically to go 50-50, face Brazil, right? Face to face. You cannot do that. And that was, for me, that was their biggest mistake. And of course, they're clearly open too many gaps, too much space. Brazil in the counter attack as well. Let's not forget, a part of like all these Brazil attacking players, apart from the being, apart from they have a lot of skills, a lot of quality, they're also quick players, right? Rafinha is quick, Vinicius Junior is quick, Richarlison is quick, Neymar is quick. So you cannot give these players the chances that South Korea did, the spaces that South Korea give today. You cannot do that. Unfortunately, you can't. Otherwise, you will get damaged. But that's it. Pretty much that's the whole game. Like I said, second half was slow down a bit. South Korea actually had, second half, they probably had more the ball. And let me just quickly check, 'cause on this share screen I'm showing you guys, I cannot really see that the stats for second half. I need to find one, but it seems like I never have the time to find one. But yeah, like I said, second half, like South Korea had more the possession as well, most passes as well. And yeah, normal, typical, because Brazil was going to slow down. And let me actually see now. Last time Brazil actually lost a game, because I'm pretty sure it was that Copa America, but I might be wrong. Last time Brazil lost was. Nah, sorry. I mean, before the World Cup, of course, they lost against Cameroon in the World Cup. But before the World Cup start, Brazil lost in a final in a Copa America against Argentina. That was a game I remember watching that 2 o'clock in the morning. Then after that, Brazil was unbeaten for like all the qualifying for the World Cup. Brazil did not lost a single game. Right? They absolutely smashed. I think they finished with 45 points and they scored 40 goals, and they only conceded. So Brazil for the qualifiers, right? They went all the way without losing one game, and they scored 40 goals, and they only conceded 5 goals, right? And you clearly saw today, right? I know they conceded a goal. Don't get me wrong, a great finish from the South Korea player, and but you can tell that Marquinhos and Thiago Silva, that defense is something else. And then behind that, having Alisson in goal is just wow. Brazil, and in front of that as well, having Casemiro is just, I mean, come on, let's be honest. Brazil is just, it's a different gravy. Is the Brazil is definitely gonna go in there, definitely 100%, and I cannot wait for them to face Croatia, because I am pretty sure that's gonna be a very excited game to watch. And big up to everyone that is watching this. Really appreciate the support as always. Make sure you also smash the like on this stream. I really appreciate if you could smash the like. Only takes 3 seconds. And also, if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, please. And a big thank you to everyone that is watching. Let me see if anyone will come along and join myself for the rest of this stream, and then we're going to look ahead at I basically did against Croatia. Like I said, Croatia has to go with different attitude than South Korea went today, because if Croatia goes in there with the mentality and the attitude that they think they can damage Brazil and playing an attacking football, unfortunately they're gonna get hammered like South Korea did. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's much to talk about from this game. That 45 minutes was basically said everything, that 4-0 up. And fair play to South Korea. And we got tomorrow, like I mentioned, but I will say this again because I probably give, if no one's coming up to join my stream, I give another 5 minutes. Tomorrow I will definitely be back again after the Morocco Spain. I would just love to see a surprise on that game. That's what I want to see. I want to see my live chat busy. I want to see a lot of people watching me. But for that, I need the surprises to happen. I need them big surprises, or even Portugal, right? I don't know. I mean, I think Switzerland. I think no. I'm sure that Switzerland is going to make hard for Portugal tomorrow. I don't think Portugal is going to beat them easy. Portugal might go through, but I don't think they Switzerland going to make it easy for Portugal. Lemmy from Hamburg says, I did not see in the beginning of the World Cup that Thiago Silva was so good in defense. Thiago is a quality player. He's 37 years old and he still performs like you see at Chelsea. You know, I know Chelsea's been very poor, but this guy, come on, Paris Saint-Germain as well. I still wonder why Paris Saint-Germain let him go. That was strange. I know his age, but then Chelsea didn't care. And he joined Chelsea and he helped Chelsea win the Champions League and really helped Chelsea win the Champions League. This guy is a quality centre back, and also Marquinhos. Marquinhos is good defender, definitely the best Paris Saint-Germain defender. Is quality. I think Marquinhos will become in the future like Thiago Silva, and yeah, that Brazil defense partnership is amazing. I do not right Brazil. Right backs or left backs. I know they're injured. I know Danilo today had to play as a left back, but then because Alex Telles got injured, he's out of the World Cup, and Alexandro is still ill, still injured. He might be back against Croatia. And then on that right side, is Danilo and then Dani Alves. It's funny how Dani Alves still make, into Brazil squads. After playing how many World Cups he played, I mean, this guy is 14 years old, basically. I think 39, 14 years old, still make it. And like I mentioned already, he nearly scored an amazing golazo. That was so close. It would have been amazing to see, Dani Alves score a goal. But yeah, people, like I said, looking forward for tomorrow, the two games, and of course, quarterfinals. Quarterfinals will be starting from Friday. We're going to have two games on Friday, then we're going to have two games Saturday for the quarterfinal. And then after that, I think is another 2 days break because this week we're going to have Wednesday and Thursday, not football, not World Cup games, just going to be a break for everyone. And I think, everyone deserve because I think apart from our lives, we've just been too busy with the World Cup. Yeah. Me working, my life, my private life, and then doing the streams, I think I have done about, if I'm not wrong, I think 22 games. I think I have review in this World Cup so far. I have actually reviewed 22 games, and you know what? YouTube is not even my job. I don't even get paid. Yeah, from YouTube, I don't make any money, and it's like this is like a full-time job for me, but I don't even get paid. But yeah, I think I have done, if I'm not wrong, 22 live streams already. I'm gonna do 20. Sorry, I'm gonna do another 2 tomorrow, and then of course I will be doing all the way through until the final, and I'm excited for the final as well. Of course, the final is gonna be, and I hope it's gonna be a massive stream with a lot of people. I'm pretty sure it will because it's a World Cup final, surely. But yeah, looks like no one's will come along to join me, but never mind. Big up to everyone that always support, always come along, and I can't thank you guys enough. But like I said, Football Ferreira will definitely be back tomorrow, and big up to Lemmy from Hamburg, always from the beginning till the end. Really appreciate the support, my man. And also, I was going to ask you last time, Lemmy, if you have any social media, please follow me. Then of course I will follow you back, and yeah, it was good. It's good to at least have contact with you on social media. I would love that. And it's up to you, my man. If you could please follow me. If you actually check on this video, I always have my social media in there. I've got the links in there. All you have to do is just click and follow me on social media, and I will know that is you or anyone else that wants to follow me on social media. And of course, I appreciate. And I'm growing a little bit on social media. I'm on Facebook at the minute. I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram. I was on TikTok, but TikTok, I don't have time for TikTok. TikTok is just, I don't know. I just don't like TikTok for some reason. I don't know why. A lot of people love TikTok, but I do not like TikTok. That's just me. A lot of people just say, yeah, just take some screen clips from you live streams, then post on there. If I had the time for to do that already, basically, I struggle to do a lot of live streams, to manage to have time. I always find a way to have time to do, YouTube, of course, is my priority. And, but yeah, I don't like TikTok. Absolutely. I don't like TikTok. I think TikTok is a joke. And, but yeah, big up to everyone that is watching this. Really appreciate the support, and I will see you all tomorrow. I'm back again after the Spain against Morocco, and of course, I will be back after the Portugal Switzerland, hopefully for a surprise tomorrow. Come on, give us a surprise that we had in a group stage. In a group stage, we had plenty of surprises. So far, round of 16, we haven't seen any surprises, right? All the favorites went through. Argentina, France, England, Croatia, Brazil. We still got Spain and Portugal tomorrow. Come on, give us a surprise, because I want to have a big stream. I want to see Spain cry. I want to see Portugal cry. I don't know. I just want to see a big nation get knocked out. I want to see a surprise, and I'm pretty sure we will tomorrow. I got a feeling that we're gonna see a surprise tomorrow. And yeah, much love to everyone, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you.